The federal government is this morning racing to strike new COVID vaccine deals as it stares down criticism of the AstraZeneca jab. Treasurer Josh Frydenberg joins me now from Lorne in Victoria. Treasurer, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. It's been revealed Canberra is now in talks with a dozen companies to boost vaccine supply, but it hasn't been able to secure more doses from Pfizer or any doses at all from Moderna. Did we leave our bidding too late?
Well, we have adopted a portfolio approach on the basis of the best medical advice to us, and we've gained access to the Pfizer vaccine, we've gained access to the AstraZeneca vaccine, as well as other opportunities for other vaccines and more quantities of those vaccines. And so we have followed always the best medical advice, and you've heard from epidemiologists, from microbiologists and other health experts in recent days that it is important to get the vaccine out across the country, and the Therapeutic Goods Administration is going through its final stages of the registration and approval process. But you heard just yesterday from the Chief Medical Officer that the vaccines that will be available to Australians are safe, they are manufactured here in Australia, and they are effective and helping to save lives, and that's what's most important during this crisis and pandemic.
Big hopes are reportedly now being pinned on domestic production of the Novavax jab in Melbourne. Do we have room in the budget for all these vaccine deals?
There certainly is money available for obviously the rollout of the vaccines, and we have made those provisions in the budget. So the money is not the question, it's always getting the access to the best possible vaccines, and that's what the government has been seeking to do. That's what the government has been able to do, and it's important that people allow this process through the TGA to go its normal course, and then of course the vaccine will be available broadly across the country, and the idea is to have some 4 million doses in place by the end of March.
Well, you are this morning reporting some positive news, Treasurer, for Aussie households. New data revealing we've saved more than $200 billion in spite of the pandemic. Who exactly has managed to put money away at a time like this?
These are families, these are businesses. An additional $200 billion is now on household and business balance sheets that was not there this time last year. Now, this is a function of the increased economic support from the government, but also a higher savings ratio as people are cautious, as well as those health restrictions last year, Sylvia, which meant that Australians couldn't go about and spend the money in their normal way because of those health restrictions, whether it was at a cafe or restaurant or taking a local holiday. And this money will help underpin our economic recovery and avoid a fiscal cliff as some of those temporary emergency economic support measures taper off.
That recovery, though, depends on people getting out and spending that money, which is what you're asking them to do. How realistic is that when there's still so much uncertainty?
Well, history does show us that in times of crises, people do save more, but as the restrictions are eased, as the confidence comes back, that money is spent. And we certainly have seen consumer confidence increase in 14 out of the last 17 weeks. Business confidence is back at the pre-pandemic levels. You've seen house prices, both in the regions and in the capital cities, increase. And we saw retail sales numbers from the end of last year being very strong indeed. So we are seeing positive economic data across the economy. More people are back at work. Some 85% of the 1.3 million Australians who either lost their jobs or saw their working hours reduced to zero are now back at work. And I've visited businesses right across the country who have graduated off JobKeeper, and they have a very bright future, and that's why I'm optimistic and hopeful for the economy this year.
We are running out of time, unfortunately, but I want to ask one last question. I know we've asked it before. Yes or no, is there any chance you will extend JobKeeper beyond March for targeted industries?
It's been legislated to end in March, and that is our intention, Sylvia. And I do want to point out that in the economic data that we saw at the end of last year, there were 2 million fewer Australians and 450,000 fewer Australian businesses that were on JobKeeper as a function of the restrictions being lifted, jobs are coming back, and that is good news for your viewers.
I hope you've got your boardies on so you can dive straight into that water behind you. Treasurer, thank you very much for your time this morning. We appreciate it.